I went through explaining the lore of every WoW race in detail, or in relative half-assed detail, only to realize my mic was turned off the entire fucking time. So, back, I'll have to explain it again quickly. Every race, of course. Humans, they're humans, not a lot to be said about them. They have a series of kingdoms, one of which got utterly destroyed by a bunch of zombies and shit. It's usurped all this shit. Basically, the humans that are playable come from the southern city-state of Stormwind. Nearly was destroyed multiple times, still exists. Yeah. Uh, orcs. Orcs are aliens from another planet. Came through something called the Dark Portal. They have beef with the Draenei. Yeah. They exist. They're raiders, pillagers, warmongers, everything you'd expect from North. Dwarves, blacksmiths, drunkards live inside a giant rock. There's also Dark Iron Dwarves, which are regular dwarves with a half magma. Undead. Undead were humans from Mordaron who were re-arisen from the grave and decided to turn on the dude who revived them because he was a white prick and just formed an order called the Forsaken in opposition of the zombie guy king Lich who Arthur's. Yeah. Night elves live in a big tree. They used to have a globe-spanning empire, but that all went to shit when their queen decided they were really horny for one specific demon and decided to blow up the entire world, summoning said demon. Cool. Yeah, it's a bit of a matriarchy, their society, so women rule, most of their military is comprised of women, and mostly what the men do is get stoned and sleep in caves all day. Or basically just chill. They live in huts and tents, they work with what they got, they're just chill. Gnomes, I fucking despise gnomes! Everyone despises gnomes, you are a worthless piece of trolls. They are stoned, lanky Jamaicans. Haven't got a lot left. Yeah. They kind of just chill out on the border of orc territory and jungles and shit. They've got a bit of beef with blood elves from the past. Yeah, that's mostly just yeah. They're pretty chill and have cool animations. Draenei are space goats from another planet, and the only people that are interested in them are people who are strangely attracted to goats and tentacle monsters. I wish I was joking. That's the majority of the reason people play Draenei. They've got their faith in light and all that rubbish. They're from space, their capital is a spaceship. Yeah. Blood Elves. Blood Elves separated from the Night Elves a long time ago. They're just hanging up north. The reason Night Elves don't like them is because they're mana addicts and huff everything with arcane in it. The kingdom was destroyed a while ago by Arthas, the guy who fucked up Lordaeron as well. And yeah, they were split between the one lady with a bow, Sylvanas, the Ranger General, who just went on a mad crusade, forcing all the undead kind of served under her, and the Forsaken, all that. The King Hailfast, or Prince Hailfast, who was just hanging out, basically just moved out to another planet to huff mana in peace. He's evil now, I guess. And the dude who just decided to hang out at home and rebuild the city of Sylvanas. Classes. Let's start with humans. We've got warriors, which are your standard men-at-arms, warrior, soldier, mercenary, whatever you want to call them. Yeah. Berserkers, barbarians, pretty much just your average man with a sword, or an axe, or a mace. They can use just about every weapon. Paladins are warriors, except religious. they basically romanticized Crusaders, which sounds cool, but keep in mind most of their combat, Paladin gameplay is basically just RuneScape gameplay. So rogues are scoundrels, highwaymen, brigands, whatever you want to call them. Basically, blokes with daggers and sneaky blokes with daggers who don't have law or respect for the law. They're all morally questionable. The Thieves Guild in Stormwind, the SI7, is basically, as far as I can tell, just a James Bond ripoff. Priests are their own faith, and the clergy and the church. They're paladins without armor and swords. Healers, shadow priests, which are kind of cool, but don't even know if they exist. I'm not actually sure. Mages, which are probably familiar with what a mage is, just wizard, sorcerer, Merlin, Neanderthal, all that. They can speak frost, fire, arcane, basically red, blue, and purple. I also forgot to cover what dwarves are. Oh no, I didn't. They can play as hunters, which are basically just men with bows, guns, and swords. They usually have animal companions, but sometimes they don't. You're supposed to play one with an animal companion though. Yeah, they're archers, rangers, whatever you want to call them. They're not really that interesting war-wise. Warlocks, which are basically mages who decided they didn't like reading all day and instead went really metal with it and spent their days summoning demons and practicing demonic rituals in their mother's basement. Kind of like me. They are. They exist. They summon demons and shit. They're kind of mages, but they have animal companions similar, or demon companions similar to the way hunters have animals. I think they're damage over time based rather than burst damage. There's also shamans, which are kind of between a mage and a paladin. They can go melee with enhancement. They can also go ranged. Basically, they use elements and totems and shit to. That's where all their magic power comes from. Yeah, they're pretty chill. I think for this playthrough, I forgot to cover what druids are. Druids basically live in trees. They use moon and sun magic. They also tend to bears and cats and trees. Yeah. She'll be right. Tony to troll. Alright. Accept.
The vicious trolls that populate the numerous jungle isles of the South Seas are renowned for their cruelty and dark mysticism, barbarous and superstitious for all other races. Long since exiled from its ancestral homeland in Stranglethorn Vale, the Darkspear tribe was nearly destroyed by rampaging murlocs. Rescued by the young war chief Thrall and his orcish warriors, the Darkspear tribe swore allegiance to the Horde. Led by the cunning shadow hunter Vol'jin, the Darkspears now make their home in Durotar, along with their orcish allies. As one of the only surviving Darkspears, it falls to you to reclaim the glory of your tribe.
Alright. Here we are. My throat's already starting to hurt, and I know I've got a few hours of recording in front of me. So, this guy, Kaltunk, he has a quest for me. Oh shit. Finally, you are of age, Turn-Eater Troll. Of age to battle in the name of the Horde, to conquer for the glory of the War Chief. You will, yes, you will do nicely.
No doubt you wish to find a great dragon or demon and strangle it with your bare hands, but perhaps it would be wise to start on something less dangerous. Report to Gornik. He should be able to assign a task better suited to a young hunter. You will find Gornik in the den to the west.
Be safe.
Cool. And here we have Gornik
Strength
next
and
to what?
honor.
Fucking the torture equipment. Hold on, why is there just torture equipment hanging on a shelf here? Did not notice that until now.
Blood and thunder.
The valley of trials will temper even the weakest into a warrior worthy of the Horde. Those who cannot rise to its test will be left to bake in the scorching desert sun. A sorry state of affairs we find ourselves in, if this is the best the Horde can produce. And no matter, by the time you think you're ready to leave the Horde, you'll be a proud hunter. The first order of business will be to put into strength into your backbone. I could send you out into the barrens to hunt Kodo, but, in all honesty, you're more used to us alive than dead. I believe you would find a good match of the mottled boars in the north of here. Kill 8 mottled boars, then return to Gornik in the den.
You'll be able to choose one of these rewards. Alright, so this is Duratar. It is very orange, and you better get used to it because we will be seeing a lot of it. We'll also be seeing a lot of these lanky ass walk animations, these lanky ass sitting animations, and these lanky ass dance moves. Also, a lot of green and blue things in this playthrough. Green, blue, and orange. Those are going to be the main colors you'll be witnessing here. So, mottled boars to the south. Oh, since it's technically a private server, I can adjust my XP again. I'll do it to 3 times so it isn't another slog, but not racing through the levels. And I don't want it to take 102 hours to get to max level, which is the normal time it would take. Anyway, mottled boar number 1. I'm actually going to configure my UI, so it could be... Alright, done. Thrilling combat. Already level 2 somehow. Maybe 3 times is a bit much. I'll set it to normal starting time. Because it's actually really fast performance.
That's still really.
10 minutes of boar slaughtering later.
Not bad, Tony the Troll, but don't let it get into your head. You'll fight tougher than boars in your career. Nonetheless, you've proven yourself well, and your next trial will be against considerably more dangerous opponents, so you'll need some extra protection.
Until level 40, the best hunters can wear is leather, so guess we'll go with the leather.
For the Horde.
Powerful warrior and awkward novice alike have fallen to the venomous sting of the scorpion. You will find large numbers of scorpions northwest of here. Bring me 8 of their tails as proof of your prowess in battle. The antidote for their sting is actually made from venom extracted from their stingers. We keep large quantities of antidote for scorpion venom on hand to heal young bloods just like you. But I'm sure you won't be needing any of that. Ah, while you were gone, a tablet came for you, Tony the Troll. Read it when you have time. If I'm not mistaken, it came from the hunter trainer, Jen Shan. She would have words with you when you're ready.
Also, the music kept cutting out. I think I fixed it. So we slowly waddle our asses out of the den to see a handful of NPCs have a quest for us.
I trust the Valley of Trails will teach you much, young hunter. I was sent to the valley to guard, but I have discovered a growing thing there. A small group that calls itself the Burning Blade has a coven here in the Valley of Trials. They are skulking in a cave to the northeast, and their vile familiars have spilled from its mouth to cause much havoc. As your first task against the Burning Blade, I bid you defeat these familiars. Slay many, and if you survive, return to me.
You'll be able to choose one of these rewards: a primitive hand blade, a primitive club, a primitive hatchet, and a stick.
Go with honor.
Jen Shan, the mighty hunter before her, and the spirits approve. The part of the hunter is one of our oldest walks of life. The horde turned to us when we just struggling to survive on Azeroth, and they asked us to teach them, to show them the secrets of many things. They were strong already, strong in shaman ways, strong in warrior ways, but the hunter part not be their part then, because apparently Rexar was retconned out of existence. You probably won't know who Rexar is, and you probably won't care. No, we teach them those things, and they teach us others. We become one race almost. We be allies for a long time now. So just remember to help them, and Genshan remember to help you. Genshan teach you the ways of the hunter. Teach you good. You never forget. The hunter be respected greatly by the tribe. You'll be having a large role in the play in the future. You never forget that. When you feel the need, come join Gensha, blah 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 blah.
Be seeing ya.
So this is ability training. Basically, when you level up, you'll gain access to new abilities, and you can train them from class trainers. This guy only teaches similar ones,
Stay
or
away from
simple
the
ones,
horde.
sorry. But they get gradually more complex until you get the ability to track dragons and shit. Anyway, I'm just gonna sell some of my rubbish. And walk out into the giant purple abyss of the outside world. So notice how the previous quests have been:
Prove yourself worthy of not baking beneath the desert sun. Prove yourself more than just a walking pile of future carrion. Go carve tusks from the bloodied corpses of boars. Go sever the tails of scorpions and bite down upon them to prove your worth. Well, this quest is... It's hot out today. I'm thirsty. Get me 10 cactus apples and I'll make you a cactus apple surprise.
I don't know if this was Warmane's doing or if it was Wrath's doing, but instead of actually having items that you have to look for, they become all sparkly. So, I forgot where the fuck I left off. I went to have lunch and now I'm back. Anyway. Well, high quality footage. Cactus apples, scorpions, and we passed a small legion of bots to say hello to this one unconscious troll man. I thought I would die out here, and none to know of it. While I was hunting the scorpions of the valley, I came across one particularly vicious-looking one. Hurling myself at it, I managed to inflict a massive blow to its claw before it closed around my leg. I wasn't ready for its stinger though, and it sliced out my chest, cutting into my flesh and letting my blood. Please, you must kill this scorpion for me. My honor must be upheld. I fought it on the plateau up to the south. Now, this should be our first boss fight, except calling it a boss is like saying the recent cutscenes have been decent. I'm looking at you, Varese, or whatever your fucking name was. Sorry, I can't let myself get distracted whining about retail. I ding level 3 while fighting scorpions. Watch the caravan of bots run off into the sunset. My animation's glitch and I start swinging really fucking fast. Before at last I collect my final scorpion tail and move on to Sarkov, the vicious, treacherous, evil scorpion dude. Only to realize the caravan of bots already killed him before I did. So while they're not looking, I quickly cut off his tail or whatever the dude wanted me to do, and run off to tell the wounded troll the news. Hey, look, sorry to tell you, mate. Technically, he was already dead. However, they didn't happen to take his tail, so I just kinda nabbed that. My father always said I would never amount to anything. And here, lying beneath that tree as life seeps away, I'm afraid it looks like he was right. At least I wish to die, knowing that my last enemy in life lies dead. My blow was not enough to kill him, but looking at the damage I know inflicted gives me some small measure of pride. This small measure will be all that I have to sustain myself if I die. And in that light, the short list of my life's accomplishments fills me with anger. Seeing the deed you have done for me steals my heart. I cannot fall so easily. I must endure. But it remains that I cannot make the track back to the den unassisted. Please, return to the den and tell Gornick of my situation. Perhaps he can help me. So, without hesitation, I run across the desert all the way back to Gornick. I also realize this is a decent opportunity to hand in 2 of the quests I've been given.
What do you need?
Wonderful. As promised, it is your cactus apple for trolls, plus a little something extra.
May your blades never dull.
Tasty.
The carapace of the scorpion isn't so thick that the strength of a determined hunter will not be deterred. Strike strongly and without doubt, and the scorpions should prove easy prey. There is a more important lesson that you must take away from fighting scorpions. The smallest or largest opponents can still send you to your doom in fierce combat. Any number of things can prove your downfall. I have no more to teach you, Tony the Troll, and you have done well, and I will watch your progress with interest.
Down.
While I'm here, I also... Can you move, mate? While I'm here, I also decide it's a good idea to tell him about... For fuck's sake! Yeah, so I found a dead troll underneath a tree.
From your description of the beast, I believe you are speaking of Sarkoth. It is no wonder that Hanazua was overtaken by it. Aid will be dispatched to him immediately. Trouble yourself no more with Hanazua's plight. However, I must say, I am most impressed to hear that you brought Sarkoth to death. It is a feat to be proud of. And that you would fight for a stranger's honor while other tasks occupied your time. Your own honor is heightened.
Go with honor.
Well, while I'm here, I get hit by a purple dust storm. I hear an orc die. Or choke, I can't tell. And decide now's as good a time as any to train up my hunting skills. I'll choose Serpent Sting. Aspect of the Monkey. And Track Beasts. I'm glad I don't have to choose. So, Scorpion Sting, Aspect of the Monkey, and Track Beasts. I'll just move to up here or something. Because I can. That's not actually as helpful as I thought it was going to be. None. Dwarves get track treasure, but me, I get track useless level 3 critters. While braving the sandstorm, this folk has a quest for me. But me, I get track useless level 3 critters. While braving the sandstorm, this folk has a quest for me.
Cursed peons! They work hard gathering lumber from the trees of the valley. They're always taking naps. I need someone to keep the peons in line. You look like the right troll for my task. Here, You take this blackjack.
On my way, I see something of note fly off into the distance. A wyvern. We'll come back to those later. While wandering about in the storm, I am quite suddenly reminded that I actually was supposed to kill some little demon thingers over here. So I go do that. With this new ability I've gained, combat is actually vaguely more interesting now. I've discovered this area is actually rather crowded by people standing still and letting the sand blow in their eyes, making me think maybe, just maybe, that I'm one of the few actual humans in this server. The fuck even is this shit, man?
Speak, friend.
No. Good lazy. Yeah, my blackjack. Did you catch any peons sleeping on the job? Good. Fuck me.
And that voice is gonna fucking hurt.
Good, good. Maybe they'll think twice before slacking the next time. Thanks for the help. You're a dependable troll. I can count on you for another task. Some time ago, I was surveying a cave to the north for minerals, and I left my favorite pick behind. When I later returned to retrieve it, I found a cave filled with vicious beasts. Will you go into the cave of the Burning Blade Coven and get my pick? I left it in the chamber with my waterfalls. My pick has a spell on it, so you can see it in the dark. So you don't need to worry about finding it. Just what's guarding it.
Strength.
You have done well, Tony the Troll. Although the vile familiars were merely pets of darker powers within the Burning Blade, your success against them foretells greater deeds ahead. Through my divinations, I see that an item of power hides deep within the Burning Blade Coven, guarded by beasts and black magic. It is called the Burning Blade Medallion. No shit. And my task is to find it and remove it from the coven. But be wary, the medallion may be possessed by an agent of the Burning Blade, and if so, the agent's power would be greater than that of the familiars you have already encountered. Go! You'll find the coven to the northwest.
Yeah, new pants! I see the caravan of bots have all decided to simultaneously level up. Somewhere along the way I hit level 4, so that happened. I have gotten lost in this stupid fucking cave so many times, and the fact these mobs, though I'm playing in a later version of the game, they're not, are usually hostile and attack you on sight, it makes it just so much worse. The music that plays when you get inside the cave makes it worth it. It's jungle music, and we'll be hearing it a lot in Senjin and Dark Stranglethorn and all that. But it's just really nice to hear for the first time. And as I look around, I realize I'm lost in this stupid fucking cave! I don't know where I am. I've done this cave hundreds of times, and yet I still get lost in it. Every single one. I think the guy I'm supposed to kill later is up here. I've got no idea. Also, the bloke said he left his pick in a cave with a waterfall. I'm in a cave with a fucking waterfall! Where is it? Where the fuck is the pickaxe? It can't be this hard to find. Sir, do you know where it is? Where is it? Is it like hidden under a rock or something? I've done this so many times. In a cave with a waterfall. Well, I'm in a cave with a fucking waterfall. I've been in 2 caves with a waterfall. It's not by this waterfall, it's not by that waterfall. Where the fuck is it? Where is it? Oh great, 2 more waterfalls. I still don't see it. Where the fuck? It's glowing with sparkles on it. And I still took about 20 minutes trying to find it. I'm not even joking. Also, I think I found the orc I'm supposed to kill. So, yeah. Also, fun fact, you don't even need to fight through the little canyon. You can just parkour your way up. My immersion here is somewhat ruined by the fact that everything is neutral. And you only need to kill 2 things in the entire cave. So, yeah. As I loot it from his lifeless corpse, that brings me to the last quest of the Valley of Trials. And, as is tradition, I'm going to Hearthstone my way out of this cave because I'm too lazy to walk.
Your task is complete, Tony the Troll. Do you have the Burning Blade Medallion?
You retrieved it! Well done. Your efforts within the Burning Blade Coven are the key in rooting out this cult in the Valley of Trials. But I fear they have further aims in our land. We have not seen the end of them. Here, take these pants. Wait, what? Jagged chain vest? Huh? I thought I needed to be level 40 to use chainmail. What? I'm confused. Yeah, okay, the game just doesn't tell me I can't use it. Despite the fact I can carry anymore, what the fuck is this game? Your trials against the Burning Blade are finished here in the valley, but I want you to report your findings. Go to the troll village of Senjin and seek out Master Catherine. Senjin village is east of the valley, then right at the fork. Tell Catherine of the Burning Blade and that they have reached the Valley of Trials. Discover from him if they have yet to reach Senjin. Go, Tony the Troll, and be swift. I fear the evil fun in the Burning Blade Coven is the herald of a larger threat. I accidentally cut out me saying goodbye to Fazrael, but yeah, I gave his pick back to him, and yeah. So, with a heavy and very repetitive heart, I say goodbye to everyone I've met along my way. And as I leave the Valley of Trials, I set off to go out into the greater world beyond. To everyone who watched this far, thank you, and have a good night.